Pagpapatawad ang hiling ni Pangulong Duterte para sa anyay nasakta ng rehimen ni dating Pangulong Ferdinand Marcos. Para sa mga hindi pa raw handa, may remedyo naman ang ating batas.
For those who have been somehow hurt or injured, that they can take some other, for those detained for so long and suffering, they have this option to file a case against the late President Marcos.
Nasa Lima, Peru ngayon ang Pangulo para dumalo sa 24th Asia-Pacific Economic Cooperation o APEC Economic Leaders Meeting. Hindi rin daw tama na isalin sa mga anak ni Marcos ang anumang naging pagkakamali ng kanilang ama.
These sins cannot visit the children. And liability is always personal. That's a principle of law. Sunod-sunod natin.
Mabuti na rin daw mailibing ang dating Pangulo para muling mapag-usapan nang sa gayon ay mas maintindihan daw ang bahaging ito ng ating kasaysayan.
Tutorial, they might just want also to stretch more of their understanding of what happened to us.
Napagmunihan na rin daw niya noon ang posibilidad na marami ang mag-aaway dahil sa pagpay niyang inibing ang labi ng yumaong dating Pangulo.
Ang isip ko noon when I decided is we have to divide it next. Although not that widespread. But you can be very sure that all Ilocano speaking people are already hurt. They are dismayed and
Pero para kay Pangulong Duterte, panahon na para lagyan ng tuldok ang issue.
we have to decide once and for all. That day I was just being legalistic about it.
Pinaira lang daw niya ang pagiging abogado. Para kay Duterte, wala pa rin namang sapat na batayan o pag-aaral para tawaging masama si Marcos.
President Marcos was a president for so long. And he was a soldier. So that's about it. Whether or not he performed worse or better, there's no study, there's no movie about it. It's just the challenges and allegations of the other side, which is not enough.
Sa huli, ginitang Malacanang na walang kinalaman si Pangulong Duterte na ngayong araw dinesisyonan ng pamilya Marcos na ilibing na ang labi ng dating Pangulo.
Habang nasa Peru para sa APEC Summit, humingi naman ng paunawa si Pangulong Duterte sa kanyang desisyon sa Marcos burial. Saksi si Joseph Moro.
Nakabunta sa pagdating ni Pangulong Rodrigo Duterte dito sa Lima, Peru para sa APEC Summit, ang balitang inilibing na si dating Pangulong Ferdinand Marcos sa libingan ng mga bayani. Humingi ng pangunawa ang Pangulo sa desisyon niyang payagang ilibing doon si Marcos. Noong una raw, hindi naging madali ang kanyang desisyon pero kailangan ng tuldukan ng issue.
For those who have been somehow hurt or injured, that they can take some other, for those detained for so long and suffering, they have this option to file a case against the late President Marcos. These sins cannot visit the children.
Sabi ng presidential spokesman, siya ang nagbalita kay Duterte tungkol sa libing at tingin niya hindi batid ng Pangulo na ngayon ito gagawin.
As far as I know, he was not sure about the exact date.
Was the president surprised when you told him that Marcos was buried today?
He certainly did not have a prepared statement, so I suppose he was surprised.
Did the president give specific instructions for the burial today? Alam ba niya na mangyari ngayon?
Alam niya, hindi mo siya mapagbayan talaga. Alam niya yan.
Bago ito, naglabas ng pahayag ang Pangulo na binasa ng kanyang spokesman.
He hoped everybody would find a space in their hearts to forgive and to set free those who had hurt or injured them. Let history judge, but I will do what is legal, and the Supreme Court has ruled that it is.
Desisyon daw ng mga Marcos kung kailan at kung paano ililibing si Marcos.
The burial belongs to the Marcos family, and he's being given a soldier's burial. So it is their private affair.
And however they wanted to do it, it's out of the president's hand.
It is the family's concern.
Dito sa Peru, simula November 19 ay makakasalamuhan ng Pangulo ang mga lider ng 21 member economies ng APEC.
Kung noon ang sabi ni Pangulong Duterte sa ASEAN Summit, hindi pa raw yun yung kanyang international debut. Dito sa Lima, Peru, sa APEC Summit, ang kanyang mas malaking international stage.
Dalawang bilateral meeting agad ang nakakasa kina Russian President Vladimir Putin at Chinese President Xi Jinping. Wala kay US President Barack Obama, pero magkakaroon ng pagkakataong magharap sina Duterte at Obama sa family photo ng APEC leaders.
Good evening. And for those who have been somehow hurt or injured, that they can take some other, for those detained for so long and suffering, they have this option to file a case against the late President Marcos. You know, the sins cannot visit the children. And liability is always personal. That's a principle of law. Sunod-sunod natin. That day of the burial, they might just want also to stretch more of their understanding of what happened to us. I think that's, you know, I was uneasy ko noon when I decided is we have to divide it next. Although not that widespread, but you can be very sure that all the Ilocano speaking people already heard they're this way, and it's been there floating like it floats. We have to decide what's for. And I was just being legalistic about it. President Marcos was a president for so long, and he was a soldier. So that's about it. Whether or not he performed worse or better, there's no study, there's no movie about it. It's just the challenges and allegations of the other side, which is not enough.
For the Marcos family, today's unannounced and hasty burial at the Libingan ng mga Bayani was a fulfillment of their patriarch's final wish. But for victims of human rights abuses during martial law, the hastily organized rites at the Hero Cemetery was like a thief in the night. The interment of the remains of former President Ferdinand Edrelin Marcos, who died in exile in Hawaii in 1989, took place shortly before noon today. It caught most Filipinos by surprise. More details from Eunice Samonte.
Habilin ng aking minamahal na ama, ang ating dating Pangulo Ferdinand Edrelin Marcos, na maihimlay kasama ng kanyang mga kapwa-sundalo. Ako at ang aking pamilya ay taus-pusong nagpapasalamat sa inyong lahat na nagpatotoo sa karapatan niyang mahimlay sa libingan ng mga bayani.
November 18, 2016. This marks the date in the history of the long-awaited burial of the controversial former President Ferdinand Marcos. At exactly 12 o'clock in the afternoon, the public was shocked upon the announcement of NCRPO Police Chief Superintendent Oscar Albayalde that today is the much-awaited burial of the former president. The ceremony was short, simple, and overall peaceful. Nobody was allowed to enter except for the immediate family of the Marcoses. Even media people were not allowed inside the National Cemetery for the Fallen Heroes, which made us wait outside the gates. The Marcoses also kept mum about the issues, except for the official statement delivered by Ilocos Norte Governor Amy Marcos.
Una sa lahat, kay Pangulong Duterte, na nagmungkahin ito sa Korte Suprema, na kinatigan naman ang pasyang ito. At sa libo-libong nagmamahal at nagmamalasakit sa aming pamilya. Kasama namin kayong nangarap at nanalangin sa halos 3 dekada na makita ang araw na ito. Kaya naman ako, ay humihingi ng dispensa at pag-unawa na lamang ninyo sa naging pasya ng aking pamilya na gawing payak, pribado at taimtim ang paglibing sa aking ama upang hindi na masalin ang mga nagdaramdam.
According to the spokesperson of the Armed Forces of the Philippines, Brigadier General Restituto Padilla, the AFP received a call around 5 o'clock in the afternoon yesterday about the short preparations for the burial site near the tomb of the former President Elpidio Quirino and Carlos B. Garcia. According to him, around 9 o'clock in the morning, the two military helicopters already brought the remains and the family of the former president who paid all the expenses for the burial. The wooden casket was carried by a white carriage with a Philippine flag together with the officials of the Philippine Army, Philippine Navy, and Philippine Marines. The military have given the former president a 21-gun salute, the proper full military honor for the former presidents of the Republic.
The armed forces did not decide on making this a no-media event. Okay, we just complied with the desire of the family to keep this a private activity.
Some of the Marcos supporters also gathered outside the cemetery, like Rosario Pangan, 63 years old, from the BBM Loyalists.
Para po sa kapayapaan, magkaisa tayo para po sa kaunlaran ng ating Pilipinas at mabuhay po ang ating Presidente Duterte.
According to her, she is a living witness of the former president's legacy projects, particularly the Pabahay program, and seeing this sin is an answered prayer. However, there are also some anti-Marcos rallyists outside protesting about the burial.